For a nice, relaxing long weekend. Hope you all had a good weekend as well. Hey, Ian. Hey, Blob. I actually got all good weekly quests that I can complete in Constructed. Alright, let me see. It's to Colonel Boogie March? I'm not familiar with that song, so. Hey, EC. How you doing today? Roffle plays a children's card game. Roffle Hearthstone is its name. Memes, it's what Roffle dreams. We're watching Roffle on his Twitch stream. Here's to many more enjoyable months of content. Well, thank you for that. Sorry if I botched the melody there. Carlton song. This is going way over my head. British march that was composed in 1914. I don't know that I've heard that. I'm gonna have to Google it. Alright. We're gonna start here, but I do want to make some changes because, as I mentioned on the State of Wild, I need to change some cards so that I can claim it as my own. I really am super skeptical of the Dragon Moss Sky Stalker, to be honest with you. I know it comes back with N'Zoth, but I feel like we have the Cartoon Defenders kind of fill that gap enough already. Hey, Swag. I'm gonna cut these. I'm not certain about the loot orders either. What I do want is a Talon. I think what I'd rather run is double Dragon Tamer. A Schnoz Dormu. Something else big. Loon! Thank you for the 6 months. Hope you have a great day, Roffle. Thank you. I hope you do too. Hope you've been doing well. Alright, Nozdormu allows us to better corrupt these. Now I just need like one more big dragon, I think. Sneeds is a mech. We want to keep the Carousel Griffin as the mech because it turns into an 8/8 taunt Divine Shield. Hey, good morning, Ben. I think I might just go with like other Nozdormu. Curator's a consideration, but that kind of like counterintuitively messes with the Carousel Griffin. We also don't run like hard run a beast in the deck, so I don't think that's that good. Hey Font, hey Skid. Hey Unicorn. Ebon Dragonsmith, the discount hammer. The hammer is kind of necessary to corrupt the Carousel Griffin, though. So I either need something else big to help corrupt, or like it's not a bad idea. We could also go Prince Taldaram, since I have a gap in my 3-drops, and just use Schnoz Dormu as my only dragon. Welcome, old Colonel. There's a 7-mana dragon with Taunt and Death Rattle. Yeah, but the Death Rattle is almost never going to be active. Plus, I don't think I have that card. And The Death Rattle is not active because I'd only have one other dragon, of which I'd probably be playing ahead of time. I think it's just going to be Tal'Daram to double up some of these. I haven't played Tal'Daram in a while. I don't think it's good. But like a Tal'Daram on even a Righteous Protector is just okay. Right? And it's good with obviously the Kartut defenders, even the big taunts. It's okay because they come back fully statted. Yeah, I think Tal'Daram is just it. Alright, folks, the deck is double N'Zoth Paladin. The goal of the deck is to get ahead early with things like Sword of the Fallen to pull secrets, as well as Call to Arms to pull minions from our deck, eventually getting us into the late game where we have Kartut defenders, high value minions of different types, and both N'Zoths. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You can catch me live at twitch.tv/Roffle. Hey, congrats, Egyptian. Hope it went well. Do I have Diamond Rag? I do not. What are you doing to me, Hearthstone? I'm aware, Mr. Innkeeper. I want to play Wild. Why does it do that all the time? I think it's just a bug. So the Milrogue video that I posted like weeks ago is popping off again. The unfortunate thing is now that it's reaching a broader audience, even more people are telling me that I need to run Gang Up in that deck. Here's another one. Milrogue is the only deck Gang Up is good in. I don't think you know how to play Milrogue. Yeah, it's me that doesn't know. Hey, Cody. Honestly, I kind of want to keep the whole hand here because, like, I can get a Nozdormu down early and then play the hammer into the Carousel Griffin, so this is just a full keep. Isn't Tog Scheme just better anyway than Gang Up? Yes, and that's the case that I made in the video as well. But both are just not worth running because you already have infinite cold lights with the Lab Recruiter. Aoki, thank you for the Prime, and Leo Bastion. Thank you for the 23 months, almost 24. You better be working on that 2-year badge. Oh God. Thank you for that support, and good morning to you as well. Looks like Evolve Shaman, if I had to guess. So let's give them a whole bunch of mana. So what we're going to do is we're just going to let this die, slam a N'Zoth, and then the follow-up is Hammer of the Naru and Call to Arms. Why the Carousel Griffin? Because it's got a bunch of stats to come back off of N'Zoth with. The Hyrulean, thank you for the 100 bits. Cool. Cool. The opponent gave us a way to kill our Dragon Man. Or our Dragon Tamer, rather. Let's give the opponent a whole bunch of mana. What's the worst that could happen here? And welcome, Drath. Gang Up gets countered by Counterspell while the 3/2 does not. Well, Gang Up is also just a dead card to draw on its own. Whereas, like, the Lab Recruiter, you can play for tempo. And you only need, so you can play one early, you only need one to go infinite with Valera. And again, if you're already infinite, why do you need to go infinite plus 3? Because gang up itself, like, does nothing when you play it. It's weird to continually have this conversation like 2 weeks later. But isn't Toxicking better than gang up? Sometimes. But I mean, I said that already. And sometimes, yeah. Hey, Big D Gamer boy.
For justice.
I think we're safe. Got a fair number of taunts here. Eventually I can get this down. So this will be my Murloc. I've got 2 Murlocs. I've got a big dragon. This will be my mech, which is an 8/8 taunt divine shield. Pretty good. So the N'Zoth is probably just good enough after I get the Carousel Griffin down. Devolve incoming? It does not look like it. They're going to want to evolve that 4/5, though. Although, they've got some pretty good synergy with their Murloc Knight. Oh, God.
Nothing scares me, except the mice.
Galloping Savior being the beast is really clever from Korb. I agree. That's like one of the things that I found non-negotiable about this deck, just because it's so, like, that card's already pretty good with the Sword of the Fallen and the fact that you get it for essentially free, so. How much damage is this? 24? Sure hope I don't die here. I wonder if it's better just to take this off, because then it, like, that negates a lot of damage by not allowing them to just, like, run in a 1/1 into the double Divine Shield here. Like, I was really tempted to just run into the Argent Protector, but I think that it might be better. Like, I only take 1 damage.
Welcome the cold embrace.
Did they top deck Devolve? Come on. Not like this. They're just hard running Bloodlust, okay. Cocoon. Thank you for the 2 months. At least it's not Devolve True. Hey, hero. Guys, if I miss your message, it's not because I am ignoring you intentionally. I am human. And there are a lot of people in chat. So, like, if me not answering your question immediately is going to cause you to leave, then I kind of don't want you here. Like, it's not a, I don't know, reasonable take, IMO.
Uther versus Zyrella.
I will light the way.
I will fight with honor.
I don't think I have enough 1-drops to keep a Hand of It All. I want to look for Call to Arms and early game. Hold on. Guess we've got a turn for N'Zoth. Not sure what could go wrong there. Hey, Janae.
Arcanon Poros.
What?
Well
Is
met.
someone injured?
Ooh. I could copy their
Justice.
cleric. Yeah, that's a fair point too, Leo. Like, even if I see every single message in chat, which is unlikely going to be the case, I also can't be expected to answer every single message that comes through chat. Because there's limited time, and there are lots of people.
Momentous.
Also, sometimes people just like spam really arbitrary questions,
Momentous.
and out of principle, I choose not to answer them. I'm looking at you, Ghost Robot.
Your wish is my suggestion.
Why are you not running Mancrick? I didn't think it would be one of the 30 best cards in the deck. Why did I not swing last turn?
In time,
Right away. Momentous. I am impressed.
Thank you.
the light has
Oh.
betrayed me.
No, thank you. If I donate and ask a stupid question, would you answer me? I mean, it depends on what the question is. I just answered that question, and you didn't even have to donate. So,
This is not
who can say for sure?
reporting for duty. Surrender your will to the
Wow, they just had everything.
Let the pain.
If I don't donate and don't ask a question, will you answer it? Absolutely. I am BGS. Thank you for the 100 bits. Hey, hope you've been well. I quit Hearthstone and it was a bad quit, so I also took some time away from Hearthstone content. Just wanted you to know you didn't do anything wrong. Well, hey, nobody is obligated to watch my content or required to do so, so
I wonder.
no guilt is necessary.
Rotten to the core.
But thank you for that support. I need to kill this off so that it doesn't come back. Or it doesn't get attacked into by the Acolyte of Pain. Nice, good topsy-turvy value.
Are you afraid of the dark?
My god, they really did have every single thing in their top 10 cards. Oh. They had their entire combo, they just needed mana. Yep. And we gave it to them. Nox, thank you for the 4 months.
Uther versus
Roffle, do you think it's possible to win a game with a deck with all of the old gods? I mean,
I will
sure.
fight with honor.
As long as you queue into an equally bad deck, or as long as the other, like, what, 20-ish cards are good enough. But you wouldn't ever play all of them, and it would be a really bad deck. I need early game, and I've got plenty of that, so I might as well mulligan for it. Well, we found Murder at least. Weblord is good for denying Reno. Oh. It's also pretty good into Dark Glare, right? So maybe I just shove the Weblord this turn. Trade over that, and then I have these two to protect my my Weblord. Sure. I mean, it still slows them down a turn. Even if it wasn't exactly what we were looking for necessarily. Does Dark Glare run Drain Soul, though? Maybe with Tamsin, but it doesn't in place of the Spellstones. Oof. Why have I drawn this way? What's wrong with me? Well, I mean, the good news is I get a Kartut Defender because I've drawn all my top end ahead of the Talon. Yeah, makes sense. I think I should be okay since we're going to be drawing the taunt minions, right? We can set up big taunt walls. Oh god, no. I'm dead. Wait, now the Talon's gonna hit the McGurgle. I probably need to go here.
Job's done.
Well, this is not looking good. In fact, it's looking pretty miserable.
This is not what we stood for.
I think we're probably dead here. Got 16, so they only need 2 burst, which is unreasonable not to expect.
Heard of me? You will.
Yeah, that's game.
The victory is yours.
Hey, Doodly. Alright, we need to find an opponent that doesn't draw the absolute nuts. That would be nice. Oh god. Creepy tree. No Ziliax? Nope. We want to make sure that Carousel Griffin is the card that we get back. He's got big numbers. Hey, congrats, Wask.
Well met.
Well met. All right. Let's just get this down into the Dragon Tamer, and then we'll coin out a Nozdormu. Hey, welcome, BM. Glad you're liking the videos. Nope. All right, kill it. Kill the Murloc. Nice. What's the worst that could happen here, right? Giving him Druid mana? It's not like they build their entire deck or strategy around it.
Well met.
Well met.
Thank you, dear.
You're welcome. Right back to where we started.
Now is the time.
Hopefully they don't have like a Nourish or anything. Yeah, that doesn't count. Plus, like, the Conviction is ramped for us, so that's pretty neat. Why is this able to move? What's going on there? Battlegrounds gamer? Zoop.
This is not what we stood for. Now is the time.
Hopefully they don't have Sphere. I mean, again, even if they have Sphere, they needed more cards than they had last turn. The fact that they're ramping here suggests they probably don't have Sphere, but they could just kill me without breaking the twig. Make sure to keep the Weblord on the far right. What does placement matter against Druid? I think we're dead.
The light dims, but we fight.
Into the core.
How do you feel about Twig in Alignment Druid? I think it's gratuitous. Like, you don't need 10 mana to win the game. Or you don't need 2 cards to create 10 mana when you just have like cards that are already have use in your deck that can get you to 10 mana. Oh, they're just breaking the twig here anyway. Yeah. Wait, what? Why? Oh god. The Ancient Ones! Good thing we had all those Cartoon defenders die. Good RNG? What do you mean? I didn't have any other death rattles. Oh, I missed the other than the Murger. But like Murger would be better than this.
Free of that blasted tower! Free of that blasted tower!
Oh god.
Hey now.
Game will never end. No, don't give him more armor.
Behold!
Thank you. You playing versus Swag. I have no way of knowing that. I'm in trouble. Oh god, I'm dead, right? I don't have a way, like, there's no taunt Murlocs here, yeah. They just go bump, bump. Alright. Gotta let the Ancient One hit me in the face. Sorry. The Ancient One!
Impressively done.
Well played.
Ow. Yes, I'm hearing from my producers in chat that there is an amalgam that it has taunt. Is especially insightful the 15th time. Nox, I think I got your sub earlier, but if not, thank you. This deck isn't good. Okay. Neither was that chat message. Hey, Nosferaturian.
Uther versus Khadgar!
But that guy in chat feels dumb now? No, I don't think that that kind of chatter is capable of feeling dumb, so probably not. I'll keep a 1-drop and look for other early game plays. Yeah. Righteous Protector into Hand of Vidal is pretty good. Was that actually Swag? It was. GG Swag.
The light dims, but we
Is a 6/6 from Hammer and Elemental. Yes. Yes, it is. Incanter's Flow?
I will crush your
Oh, it's beautiful. You know what? I was gonna play the Hand of Vidal here, but like clearly the opponent's in for a good time. I'm gonna go with it. What's Prince Tal'Darim for? To copy our minions.
For justice!
I want to get the Galloping Savior in play so that we have a beast.
Observe and reflect.
Uh-oh. That makes my call to arms worse, so let's play the call to arms first. Janae, thank you for the 100 bits. If you can be unable to, can, and do so, cannot, that it be do like it, that, and that sometimes. Yes, exactly. Just gonna go face. I don't want to kill that yet. And I want to get stuff out of my deck. So, one of these Murlocs is gonna die, right? I don't want to attack anyway because I have both of my secrets in play already. That sentence was painful. You're not the one that had to read it. You just had to listen. Like, I had to actually use my brain to to make sense out of that. How do you think I feel? I'm unable to read now. Yeah, I've forgotten how as well. Nope.
Oh my.
Buff my guy. Nice. I mean, that Murloc's not dying.
That was a mistake.
There's our beast. How is this allowed? How is what allowed? Like, that one chatter told me this deck is bad. So, nothing good is happening right now.
For justice.
Marvelous. Nice Reno you got there. Imagine taking Flare instead of Hungry Crab. I feel like Oh My Yog is a pretty safe assumption there. I don't know that Hungry Crab would have been that much better, other than it does a pretty good job of swinging the board. Joop.
For justice.
Wait, is this Megamog? Is that what's happening here? The Hyrulean, thank you for the 7 months. Well met. To you as well. I think it was Megamog. That's a Megamog card in the Megamog card back. We're getting all the celebrities today. I hate Conviction, it's fun but too smork. I mean, it's just too good. It's just too good. Uther versus Uther.
I will command the light.
Keep the call to arms. I think I'd rather just find a Righteous Protector than an Oh My Yog. I want something to play on turn 1, because this is my turn 2, this is my turn 3. So. Alright, I guess I'm playing the Oh My Yog anyway. Best counter to Secret Mage? I think Dark Glare does okay into it, but Pirate Warrior is pretty good.
Converting stored energy.
Wait, is this hand buff Mech Paladin? In this economy? Now I'm kind of tempted to get this down. Because I've got my... Like, I feel like me getting mana is more dangerous than the... Oh, no, it's just... Well, okay. Uh-oh. Okay. I kind of just want to get to 10 mana. Hopefully that's not freezing trap. I'll coin a Call to Arms next turn, probably no matter what, right? Okay. Wait, maybe it is just a mirror match. Get some Taldaram value? Let's see what this is first. I think I want to go face. Oh, it's a Hand of Badal, of course. A rather explosive Hand of Badal. I mean, this is kind of fun, right? Let's do this in case it's Reno N'Zoth or something. They're probably going to go here and maybe here. Though, like, the downside of this play is that I run the risk of... Oh my god, it is actually, like, Menagerie. Maybe they don't kill the bird. Don't kill the bird. Killed the bird! Alright. It's just, they have 3 cards, I have more than 3 cards. I feel like I can do more with mana than the opponent right now. Jonker! I would be wrong. Oh god. Alright, let's start here. Pull those birds out of our deck. Well, we got exactly 0 birds. That's pretty good. I just go face? Nah, I don't really want those chopping away at my board. Hey, Darklaw. I feel like, yeah, if I can win the board in this matchup, I should be able to win the game pretty handily. Pursuit Defender seems good here. Seems great here. Now I start going face. We know it's not Reno, right? But, like, getting this is pretty good. Alright then. That is a card. The opponent has now played. You're dead. I don't know. After I bullied that chatter out of existence, we've done nothing but win. Oh no, we lost a swag. That doesn't count though, because that was a fun game. Call to Arms plus Conviction is good, by the way. Yep, certainly seems that way. I think I'd rather get a Galloping Savior down before the Oh My Yogg. Just for the potential upside of like getting a 3-4 when they have the coin. This hand is not looking great though. Honestly, the Conviction plus Nozdormu, what? Interaction is pretty cute, right? Coin. Oh my god, we get a turn 1. I'm really glad that I played that Galloping Savior there. But the interaction between Conviction and Nozdormu is pretty gross. Could have destroyed the quest. Yeah, but like at the same time, getting a 3/4 down is probably better because their quest doesn't really do anything this game.
I wonder.
They also probably would have just coined first. If I had a... Well, I guess I did have a secret down. Never mind. They should have coined first, but... That's okay. Well, that seems like an okay reason to get the Nozdormu down.
Here, girl. I smell an ambush.
We're just gonna top deck the call to arms here. I can feel it. Same thing. Honestly, this is also quite good. And I think I just want to take them off the board, and we should be able to win. I also want to soften up the red scale. Witch Hunter quest, it's the Unseal the Vault. I want to increase the like draw density of my deck. So I want that dead. And I don't, again, I've got one more Omayog in my deck and I've got one in play, so I don't want to play the Omayog right now anyway. Well, those are quite large. So it's 5 total. I'm gonna kill this off. I don't think I want to play the Conviction here, do I? I can kill both of these, but maybe let's start here. I think I would rather use the Conviction on the Murlocs as a follow-up.
To battle.
Land here. Beautiful.
Repent.
We only have 4 types for second Azoth. I count 5.
I smell an ambush.
Hungry, aren't ya?
Bird. Elemental, Mech, Murloc, Dragon, and Beast, right? Yeah, that's 5. Long does Roffle usually stream? Anywhere between 3 and 5 hours.
I will fight with honor.
Streams will probably be a little bit shorter because I think we're closer to the, or we're getting close to the mini expansion, and I don't want to, like, burn myself out too much prior to that because I'll have to, go a little bit harder once that comes down. Gragasm. I think I like the Dragon Tamer. I'd rather pull this off of Call to Arms. Honestly, if this is alignment druid again, like the Nozdormu is maybe not a good play. Is your favorite win con in Dead Man's Hand Warrior? It depends on whether I'm climbing or memeing. Like, the only win condition to consider IMO if you're trying to climb is just Cold Light Oracle and Bran. I don't think I want to play that when they have a coin in hand. Alright, I have no choice here. I've got to make this play.
I cannot thank you enough.
You're welcome. Oh, I didn't want to play the Oh My Yogg. Was its release set for this expansion? No. That was never... They didn't have a release date that they announced with it. Just it was something that they were working on. Given how little we've heard since the initial announcement, I would expect that it's maybe delayed even from like the timeline they initially set. All right. I mean, I assume they had the bio project, or given the bio project, I assume they had the alignment already. But like, I don't have cards that do anything else, so I just needed to hope that they didn't have it. Have you played Deck of Chaos Warlock since the buff? No, because like changing the mana cost of Deck of Chaos doesn't change the card in any noticeable manner. It's whether you pay 5 or 6 mana for it, it doesn't really change a whole lot. They tend to go with Nourish after that? Yeah, but they didn't like choose to play the alignment other than I gave them 10 mana, so it was less likely that they had the Nourish. I'm aware of how the deck plays. It's just like I needed to be able to take a risk. Or have an opening to take a risk. I have to kill the Vargoth now. And I have to apply pressure if I want to win. Yep. It's unlikely that that even slows them down, because if they did... Oh. Combo piece? Ugh. Because they probably just... yeah, they have another ramp. If Blood Bloom was still 2 mana, would it be good with Deck of Chaos? I mean, it would be better. I just, like... The payoff for Deck of Chaos isn't really... is a big part of what makes it a bad card. Like, you already don't pay mana for big minions in in Warlock, so like what is changing their cost do? And like even then, like you don't guarantee that you get the deck of chaos on turn 2. I know hero power, it crowds the board and 1 damage doesn't do anything. Like I'm dead here regardless, so it just limits my potential to slam a N'Zoth as a on the follow-up. And 1 damage is not going to be the difference in this game. Like they have their deck, right? They kill me. Oh wait, no, they burned a swipe. They had a Starfall though, right? Maybe I wasn't dead. No, I'm pretty sure I was dead. Yeah, but that sweet 1 mana Hyreek. Yeah, like I've done that. It's not good. You was dead on board also. Well, yeah, but I had outs into N'Zoth with taunts, so it's more necessary for them to kill me with spells.
Uther versus Malfurion.
I must protect the wild. I will fight with honor.
Would star alignment setting each player to 2 mana be a good nerf? That's not a nerf though. That'd be a huge buff. Also, why are we trying to nerf alignment like it's a bad deck in both formats? Will you run duels on stream at some point? Maybe. Not anytime soon. I don't have plans to anytime soon. It would take like a pretty big overhaul for me to do that. Call to Arms is good. I think I would rather this be aggro druid than alignment. Duels is poorly balanced, IMO? I mean, yeah, that was...
My greetings.
That's kind of that's part of the point, right? That's why... that's what happens when you turn single player content into multiplayer content. Like, dungeon runs are inherently unbalanced, and then when you match people up against each other, yeah. One of the reasons it's not really worth it to stream it. I mean, most people just want to, like, on my stream at least, want to watch me play Wild, and I want to play Wild, so I'm gonna play Wild. Look at that, double murder. I don't see how we could lose this game. Atlas Callister, thank you for the 5 months. Alright, I'm just... I can't beat Alignment Druid with this deck, unfortunately. And we just keep queuing into it. Those were not good hits. Let's maybe get a little bit more information first. Just Nas after they play alignment? That's big brain, yeah. That solves the problem. Alignment druids typically don't run double guy, right? Maybe it's not alignment.
In time, all things are possible. My
What?
thanks.
Oh god. Every single time. Well, that's a good sign, because that means they don't have the nourish after the alignment, which is when you want it. So they didn't have it in hand. Cool. I mean, kind of just want to get like a wide board so that I can conviction. I'm gonna save the hero power though, because sure. Spreading Plague is a thing, and I don't want the buff to land on the dude anyway, because I'm probably gonna buff next turn. Afraid of Omayog, maybe? I mean, there are better cards to give away than Nourish, though. So, even in that case, it seems suspect. This also gives me space for the Galloping Savior, so I think this is my best line. Looks like they're digging for the Spreading Plague. Found it, maybe? Poison Seed, sure.
For justice.
I mean, at this point, can they even feel safe setting an alignment? Face the guy in High Legend using Mana Saber instead of the 5/10 taunt.
Spectacular.
So they can pop off the turn they played alignment. I mean, it's better into slow decks. It's very much worse into aggro. Because, like, a lot of times your only out against aggro is getting a 4 mana 5/10. Alright, this is going to give them the breathing room they need to play the alignment is the problem, I think. Oh.
For justice.
I just need to draw into another conviction. You're welcome, Eric. Are you having a good day? Got 32 on board. So even now they don't have the breathing room. Oh, okay. I mean, they still can't. They can't play the. Yeah, they can't play the alignment alongside that, and it does look like alignment druid. I'd like to find something to play with the carousel griffin.
For justice.
I've got 11, 12, 16. I don't have lethal next turn. I'm still really skeptical of pressing that button into Spreading Plague, though, so I'm not going to. I have 3 minions on board if I do draw a conviction anyway, so. Alignment. We've already used one nourish. I need the conviction though. I saw the 1 mana.
For justice. I'm already Job's done.
Okay. It's not a lot of mana to work with. I need it the Kun? Or not? I feel like it's I've played the same game about like 3 or 4 times now. Backed into a corner, forced to play the Nozdormu, opponent thanks me, gets the combo, BMs me, and then wins the game. So, like, it's just not a matchup that I can win, right? Because my deck's a little bit too slow developing.
Uther versus Valera.
Remember my blades.
I will fight with honor.
It's not unlikely that I get the Dragon Tamers off of the Call to Arms, right? But at the same time, this guarantee, I'm gonna use the Call to Arms. I'd rather find second Call to Arms than Nozdormu. That works too. This is much better. Let's play this on 1 to get the beast. Sure. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely better. And getting the Nozdormu down is also going to be a good idea, just so that I can... oh dear god. Just so that I can get the Kartoots. So I coin the Nozdormu, then I play Call to Arms and Kartoot Defender if I'm somehow still alive. Which I'm likely to be still alive because I do have this in play, right? Well met!
Blood and blood.
Gonna play a third one here. Into Taunt. Why not try some meta decks like Dark Glare or Secret Mage? I have tried them before. They stop being fun after a while. For me, at least.
Blood and plunder.
Still an Eviscerate not hitting my face. I think we're okay here. I only have 1 card left, right? Yoop. Well, that's terrifying. At least the second Call to Arms will be good. But I need this guy down so that I can play in his off. Oh my god. No! Roffle, can you play Death Rattle Demon Hunter? Yes, I can. I did. Multiple times. Over on the YouTubes. I actually hit legend with it this season. That didn't seem damage efficient. That's not the N'Zoth we needed. Oh.
Reporting for duty.
Kill the cannon, they have 2 cards in hand and they've used all their draw. The cannon isn't that threatening.
Pirates away!
Guys, the only reason Secret Passage was 1 mana draw 4 was because I played non-Stormo. That was the result of my choice. It would have looked very different had they not had all of that mana to work with. But sure. Sprint and Secret Passage are the same card.
I will fight with
QAC, thank you for the 3 months. I'll keep a sword and look for a call to arms. Vector's good.
Give me that. Look what I want.
Right, let's find our top end now.
We fight.
Roffle, what's the most fun and efficient deck you've made so far? Well, YouTube just told me I have posted 1,000 videos on my YouTube channel, many of them very different decks. That is an overwhelming question to try and answer. So I have no idea.
For justice.
Uh-oh. This is awkward.
For justice.
What, am I going to learn my lesson? No. No, I'm going to keep jamming the Nozdormu on curve. Come on, chat.
The demon seed grows in power. You'll never get the demon seed. Now is the time.
It's not great, but I have to play it just so that I don't get too far behind here.
Who in their right mind hides loot? A cruel fate awaits you in the ashes.
don't think that there's going to be that many spells left to Oh My Yogg. Ugh. Okay, at least we get the horsey. This Nosdorma doesn't like helping you. Not as much as it likes helping the opponents. I appear to be mighty dead here.
Reporting for duty.
Asha, thank you for the prime. I don't think what happened here is what you meant to have happen here. No. No, it's not. Unless I hit a high impact card next turn, I'm probably just dead. Honestly, Talon wouldn't be too bad. Oh god, I'm gonna draw a bird, aren't I? I can feel it. Just with the way this game's been going.
Reporting for duty.
I don't actually think that saves me. Right, hit. They've got... Oh no, they can't attack with that. They go hit, hit. That's 15, 16, 17, 20. But we heal for 6 in the process, so I don't think that they have it just yet because they can't complete the side quest and attack me with the claws.
Choose soon. So many options. Whoops.
It's like they disconnected, unfortunately.
This is not what we stood for.
Oh, we got the N'Zoth. I don't think it's going to be good enough, though. That was the perfect draw
Who in their right mind hides
for me, is the Talon. Otherwise, I would have been out of this game completely. But, like, I think Talon possibly could have swung this back. Even without the disconnect, it just puts us in a much better position than...
Try your
Ooh, maybe it's still not even enough. Shadowless Dawn, thank you for the 4 months. Board space is becoming the limiting factor now. I think the only difference between them disconnecting and not is the fact that we're at a much higher life total than we should be. That's the maximum number of Kartut defenders, isn't it? I missed the... Oh my god, I needed the Talon, though. Have you played the opponent's deck yet? Months ago, many times. But without, like, the Acolyte. Because it didn't exist at the time. Roffle, serious question. Why did you spam my YouTube notifications with Monkey Deck? I have no control over that. Serious question, why don't you have control over that? Because I'm not able to hack YouTube. I was not a great programmer to begin with.
Reporting for duty.
My hand is too full.
What did they burn? Tiny Fender. Oh, that's not a card. It's got to be, like, even if I hit N'Zoth, it's not going to be enough, I don't think. Would it be better to replace the secret passage with 3 or more mana cards? I mean, in general, if I thought something would be better, I would include it. But I feel like the secret package tends to be very good. Sonya's hip's too powerful? Yeah, they also don't lie. So. Oh no, not the druids.
The forest fights back.
I will fight with honor.
Alright, I'm gonna keep the tail in. A little bit slow. I think it's worth. Oh my god. Not again. Maybe it'll be aggro? I feel like the sand is much better into aggro.
That was wild.
I'm not in a big hurry to get a an Omayog out when
Wild.
they have the coin in hand. I'm gonna bump now. That way, if they kill this, I can play the N'Zoth and swing to break the alignment, potentially. I've never seen this much alignment druid ever. Yeah, this is
That was wild.
pretty outrageous, the number that we've queued into. They always, they've been doing a lot of emote spamming against me as well.
That was wild. That was wild. That was wild.
I don't normally say this, but
Justice.
It almost seems like the opponent is maybe watching the stream. At least we denied that.
Wild.
So they're holding a dragon.
That was wild. That was wild. That was wild.
All right. My body is ready for the alignment. Yep.
A wild miscalculation.
Don't have another
Now is the time.
Oh my Yogg, so there's no point.
A wild miscalculation.
Roffle, I think that was wild. I think the opponent might agree with you. Oh yeah, we seem to be dead. Yeah, maybe not.
Wild. That was wild. That was wild.
I haven't had that many death rattles die yet, right? I think I just want to get stats out there. Like, we know they have Malyghost, right? Because the Molten Breath went off and was successful in gaining them armor. Worth to change weapon. I have no Oh my Yoggs left, so it would just be to get the Galloping Savior, which wouldn't accomplish much. Good news is that was the dragon that they had, so we're not necessarily dead. I feel like they just missed lethal here. Oh. Oh, it's Tog. Right? Yeah, it seems like it's Tog, which means I actually have a good chance here. Especially if they keep drawing me cards in, like, into my good cards.
That was wild.
Alright, I just want to draw as much stuff as I can. I've already hit all my secrets, so this is dead. Wait, that's very good for me.
This is not what we
If it's Tog.
That was wild.
I feel like is a good read at this moment, given that they've played the Naturalize and the Wrath. I do have double conviction still. The way that they're aggressively drawing indicates Tog as well. Like they want to draw me cards before.
I have no cards left.
Are they throwing chat?
Short.
feel like they're throwing. Yeah, they're kind of throwing.
I'm out of cards.
That was wild.
I'm pretty sure I should be dead right now, right?
That was
Swap
wild.
into triple naturalize. Like they had that as an option, right?
Let me think.
That was wild. The light dims.
For justice.
Reporting for duty.
I want to greet it for another Cartoon Defender here. Opponent definitely missed lethal though. So that's the that's the Galloping Savior, but I don't have the cards to make that work. I did not think about that interaction. I appreciate them giving us board space here.
That was wild.
To battle.
For justice.
Tombs. Reporting for duty.
They have the Murger, fortunately.
The light dims, but we fight. That was wild.
To battle.
Dragon Tamers are kind of brutal.
Tombs.
Soggy Bacon, thank you for the 12 months. Cheers to a year. Thank you for that support. Really appreciate it.
Tombs.
I'm gonna play Old Nazoth first. Okay. I've given up trying to predict what they're gonna do.
Reporting for duty.
I just loot from here, right?
Job's done.
The victory is yours.
You swap deck and kill the after and kill the Murger, that work. Wouldn't they just draw it for their turn? Instead of taking fatigue damage, they would just draw it for turn.
Uther versus Anduin. A just cause is always worth fighting for.
I will fight with honor.
Which 2-drop do I want? I kind of want the narrow bar into priest. I'm gonna keep the narrow bar, and I'm gonna coin it out into Hand of Vidal. Unless they play a cleric. In which case I'll just throw out the Galloping Savior. Okay. Looks like it's probably Big Priest. I can just time the Omayog around the Shadow Essence since I was on the coin though. And I've got 2 Omayogs because of the Sword of the Fallen in hand. So I probably do want to get the Galloping Savior down first, just so that when I do need to play the Sword of the Fallen, I can pick the Omayog. I can use this on any opponent's minion as well. Welcome, XGN. Glad you're enjoying the game. Glad you're liking the videos as well. I think I equipped the weapon, but I don't want to attack yet. So I'm not ready to pull the Omayog just yet.
Free of that blasted tower. Behold.
Still not there yet. Because they cannot yet play the Shadow Essence. Fine. Damage is irrelevant at this stage in the game. But that does tip off what their strategy is, right? So I do need to be a little bit concerned about my life total over the course of this game.
For justice.
Is it possible to win? Yeah. Why wouldn't it be? Gapitan, thank you for the 5 gifted subs.
Done.
I got a Raven Idol. Okay. I think I just need to make a 5/5 here because I want to be going face as much as I can. And I definitely need the Omayog down. Problem now is they can play a 1-drop into Shadow Essence. Hey, welcome, Ton. Glad you're liking the YouTube. That was not a card I was expecting. Oh wait, no, they don't have Warlock cards. Oh, I got so excited for a brief moment there. Oh. Alright. Well, the good news is they've diluted their own res pool for me, so... the Galloping Savior is the only secret left. I don't really care about that. I just want to make a minion here. Right, or do I need the healing? Nah, I think I need to...
For justice.
Like, the minions remaining in their deck are likely to be Blood of Gahun, Prophet Velen, so I don't think that they have that many. Like, it's a 50-50 for something defensive, right? Maybe Raised Dead is gone. Hysteria too. What? I don't think Big Priest is running Raised Dead.
For justice. Job's done.
Oh, okay, from the Renounce. Yeah, so Hysteria is gone. But that would be it. Really surprised that they haven't played a Shadow Essence yet. That's not how taunt works. No. Well, I can get a Scrapyard Colossus. Seems alright. Kind of expensive. Let's get these out of the way. Don't want to take too much more damage with my face, because we know they are running Mind Blast, right? Next turn I can just play Nozdormu plus Holy Elemental, and that's probably fine. Not a great draw. $23 means like they still don't have a Velen in their res pool at all. The res pool is super defensive. Yeah. Seems like maybe that could have been ordered differently. I rolled the scrapyard at least. Which means that's another minion to come back from the N'Zoth. I mean, that could be much worse for me. Stop playing spells. That's not good for you. Stop it. I'm gonna be really mad if they killed the. Okay, never mind. Here.
Let's
Reporting for duty.
Repent.
Alright, it's just a top deck war. I need to hit N'Zoth. Yapatan, thank you for the 100 bits. It's a holiday in Canada. Gifts for everyone. Well, happy whatever day it is in Canada today to you. And thank you for that support.
Thank you, truly.
That's not in their deck.
Reporting for duty.
Brutal. I wonder if that was the one that Vargoth played. Oh wait, no, either way, they didn't choose that, right? Oh no, they probably chose the first one. Why isn't Rag normally running Big Priest? It's not defensive enough. You want to run a very narrow minion pool. And Rag just doesn't help you enough against aggro anymore. Obviously, that hit my face. I'm gonna draw it into N'Zoth off of this. I can feel it.
Reporting for duty.
Technically not dead, right? This, and then this goes face, so. You're welcome, Molly. Oh wait, no, they can just hero power me down.
The victory is yours.
I forgot they're a druid now. I think our opening was early on in the game, but they played around Omayog, so that kind of left us stuck.
Uther versus Malfurion.
Ah!
Cenarius, guide me to victory. I will fight with honor.
Get me away from the alignment druids. Alright, this is a really good hand.
The light dims, but we fight.
I've queued into almost like 40% druids today. At least we get a turn 2 call to arms. That seems pretty good. Would have liked to have had that be in the pool, but
Repent.
we gotta get those dragon tamers so I can lose off the back of Nozdormu again. The legend crowded with druid because their win rate is bad. I'm not queuing against legend opponents.
For justice.
Omayog is good, but they have the coin, so it doesn't really matter. And there's just like no downside to playing the coin first because of like it's useless after the after the alignment anyway.
For justice.
I did not get nearly an aggressive enough start here. Guess the beaker wasn't that bad because we did overload them. Gives me a chance to hit the Omayog for next turn. If they have the... Ugh. I missed it. They probably have a spell to test for it anyway. Yep. UI? I mean, at this point, like, this is my only opening to play the N'Zoth anyway, right? I just need to play him. Then figure it out from there. Because they're already at good time to draw that as well.
In time, all things are possible.
So now it's corrupted.
For justice.
I don't see why they wouldn't test for Omayog because they've done it every single turn so far, so it would be inconsistent not to. But like this gives me conviction outs, right? There's no forbidden card there. Ooh, that's bad. That's game.
I cannot thank you.
One mana counterspell, right, chat? Oh, they don't have the alignment.
Free of that blasted tower. Behold,
No taunt, please. Ugh.
I cannot thank you enough.
reporting for duty.
This armor druid? No, I think it's still alignment. Haven't seen anything to indicate otherwise. Druids are so talkative today. I mean, they are farming me aggressively, so this is the alignment. Or not? Is it Tog again? You gotta kill that Vargoth. Yeah.
This This is not what we stood for. Reporting for duty.
Alright, I've got double conviction in my deck. I think Tog gives me a better matchup than Malygos because I don't die immediately. Well, I don't always die immediately.
Rotten to the core. A battle. A battle. Job's done.
In time, you too will bloom. Ever bloom.
Yeah, it's gotta be Tog if they're sending this at minions. Which again is probably a good thing for me. Looks like they're not even running naturalized, right?
We be taking this now. Is Cobalt way?
Maybe they are.
I'm out of cards.
Nope. Oh, it's still possible, right? Okay, get the bad news.
I cannot thank you.
I'm not sure this is that good for them. Is it?
For justice.
So they have Ransom, double Nazoth. It's quite the top deck. That makes their Nazoth much better. I think that potentially wins them the game.
Rotten to the core.
A lying intruder.
Because they weren't going to get anything back from the Nazoth, and then they just draw it immediately and get 4 minions effectively back.
I cannot thank you enough. A lying intruder.
Got double 8/8. 10%. Manageable. The last card is the ransom.
Now is the time.
It's going to depend on what they draw here, I think. Shouldn't have that much that's like high impact. It could have been the other conviction. You can just ignore that, I think. And go face here. Their fatigue yet? I don't think they've taken fatigue yet. But I think we win because they don't draw a card if we do this, right?
Now is the time.
Unwinnable, says Twitch chat. I think I would have traded down into that. They fatigued off of the overflow? Okay, deck tracker wasn't showing fatigue damage for whatever reason. Like, that game would have been really, really easy, even after the Tog, if they didn't top deck exactly Kartut Defender there.
Uther versus Uther.
Like, that game shouldn't have been as hard as it was, but they got lucky when they drew the Kartut when they did. I would rather have, like, more defense against early game stuff into Paladin. It was really tempting to keep the tail in, though.
Well met.
Wow! Well met!
Yes, well met indeed.
No, hand buff. I don't want a coin here because I've got double call to arms, and call into call is pretty good.
Converting stored energy.
Those are actually two very good minions off of first day of school. Especially the zombie chow at this stage in the game, like they played a 2-drop on turn 1.
The light dims, but we fight.
Not sure I want to go Naz Dormu this early. Wait, did I get coin or innervate off of that? Because I can still play the call to arms.
By the holy light.
Huh.
By the holy light.
Now I'm kind of tempted to play the Naz Dormu, so that I can just play double call to arms on the follow-up.
Let me think. In time, all things are possible. Job done. By the holy light.
I will not buy the Holy Light.
By the holy
You buy the Holy Light. That makes the Galloping Savior very likely to go off this turn. We know it's not Reno, so they could hit another Omayog, but it's likely they're running other secrets. So I feel like Omayog is the least likely hit off of the weapon if they swing here. The Holy Light is not for sale? Well then, why is Uther always trying to get me to buy it?
Love the feel of wind in me sails.
Like, I don't have the capacity to test. Oh, no, no. Oh, no. Okay.
Tremble before Taldaram, mortals.
The light
This allows me to test for Omeyog. There it is. Wait, what? Okay.
Now is the time.
God, I was really hoping to get another Righteous Protector
Turn to get ready.
so that I could protect myself from this infectious spoiling, but like that was the whole point of not just ripping the first call to arms. That's alright. I think we still have no, I think that that spoiling's gonna get through and can trade into the news Dormo if they want. Which has the unfortunate side effect of negating my lone dragon. Brutal. Sorry, we can return the favor into their dragon, right?
The light dims, but we fight.
I can actually convert this into the spore lane. That way I can ensure that Murger is my only
Reporting for duty.
my only Murloc. I'm gonna go here. I want to take both spore lanes off the board, even if it means giving up the Holy Steed here.
For justice.
I can't let them further decimate my stuff here.
I must move quickly.
Just gonna hold this for next turn. And decide where I want to put it down. Didn't you lose a dragon timer already? Yeah, but like, I feel like I want to increase my probability of it's your own minion? That's not your own minion.
Reporting for duty.
This is such a weird game. Yeah, the spore lane throws a lot of things off. They've only got 1-drops in hand, right?
For my discretion.
And whatever the cheap shot card.
Golly, Bob, howdy.
Golly Bob howdy. Alright. This goes here, right? I want to negate their... Oh god, this is so weird. I'm gonna have to give up the Web Lord into this. Because I don't want to lose the death rattle on this. Let's go here. That's a great draw, or a great time for that draw. Right, this, even if this dies, it still gets the spoiling, right? If this damages a minion, turn it into an infectious spoiling. It'll die? Okay. If you're wrong, you're banned. Okay, you were right.
For justice.
There we go. We're in a very good spot now. I kind of wanted to get rid of this just so that I could play the N'Zoth anyway, but I don't have any Kartut defenders. Dictator Roffle. I've had people like lie to me. Well, not lie to me. I've had people be very wrong about very critical mechanics in the past, and gotta protect myself somehow.
Reporting for duty. The battle. For justice.
Like, even not that long ago, somebody was telling me that the Death Rattle minions that came off of Cannon Master Smith retain their secrets even when they get shuffled and brought back with their Death Rattle. And, like, I knew it wasn't right, and I kept saying, no, that's not right, but they kept, like, demanding that they were correct. And that they had tested it.
Reporting for duty.
And it was weird.
For justice. The battle.
It's not the greatest N'Zoth value, but it corrupts my Carousel Boy and applies pressure. And it gives me like a lot of damage off of
Tremble before Taldarom. Reporting for duty. By the holy light.
by the holy light.
The victory is yours.
Wow. Is that what winning games does for you? Alright, I'm going to take a quick break. I will return shortly. So while I was on break, I decided it would be a good idea to check my YouTube comments on today's video. And there is an inordinate amount of people asking why Polkelt isn't in the deck. I'll bring up the deck for you just so that you can see it. Alright. Clown. Okay. So why is Polkelt not in this deck? Well, you see, the deck is built around Varian Warren corrupting our clowns. If we play Polkelt, we draw the Varian. We draw the Yashara. Or we draw the Varian. We play the Varian. He pulls Yashara, double clown. Okay, so you just wait. So instead, you draw the Varian. You wait. You draw the Yashara. You wait. You draw the Carnival Clown. You wait. You draw the Carnival Clown. You wait. That's 4 turns of dead draws. But people are like aggressively telling me that I need Polkelt in the deck. Hey, Corbeck.
Uther versus Valera.
Watch your back.
I will fight with.
I keep the 1-drop, but I think I can do better than a Tal'Daram on 3. Well, okay. We are well prepared into Kingsbane Rogue, at least. Oh my god.
The light dims, but we
Can I offer you a Righteous Protector in this trying time? Alright, problem solved.
How much is this worth to you?
What an unbelievably bad time to draw that card.
Tremble before Tal'Daram, mortal.
I'll take that.
Did not draw a card this turn.
love the feel of wind in me sails. I want it for free.
In time.
Oh, it's the worst that could happen. It's not like they just generated a handful of cards to play. I feel like this deck is better than it's been performing. Why is Tal'Daram here? So that he can duplicate minions.
Now's the time.
We fight.
So we'll have exactly 1 Death Rattle in our two. Both of the Murlocs.
Oh, up to no good. Me too.
It's kind of concerning. Oh. Maybe not, because they want to play all those Battlecry minions. Yeah. No. What did you find, little buddy?
You're not that sharp.
These draws are horrendous.
Reporting for
Now's
duty.
the time.
The pleasure is mine.
Look! You shinies! Buy one, get one free!
They just generate an ice block. I would just like to draw a card one turn.
Reporting for duty.
On the wings of evil.
Care to make a wager, friend?
Yeah? Hit your own minion? Oh, okay.
The victory is yours.
All right then. I mean, like, that's just kind of a chain reaction that happens when from like drawing Nozdormu on turn 3 right as I was about to proc the red scale. Like, that game looks very different had the red scale actually gone off.
This ends now. I will fight with honor.
All right.
Evil draws well met.
Well met. All right, I just need to find something to do so that I can get the Nozdormu down on 4. Daria, thank you for the 6 months. Here's to many more half years. Well, thank you so much. Really appreciate that. All right. 2-drop would be nice. Not quite.
Reporting for duty.
I think Nozdormu is not good enough in this deck. I mean, this game he's going to be the only reason I actually get to play cards. So, I'm gonna disagree.
Fresh Felstein. Hot out of the kill.
In time,
The battle.
fools are possible.
Do you have the artifact?
Oh, it's this deck.
If power is what you seek, knowledge is what I provide.
Um, I mean, this play is the main reason why Nozdormu is so good in the deck. On top of being able to get drawn off of the red scale. The fact that he immediately gives us 3 conviction hits is... Maybe 2 Dragon Tamer is a lot. It is in fact the maximum number of Dragon Tamers, but like, what? The idea behind it is that we can consistently hit the Nozdormu without having to draw it the hard way. It just hasn't happened.
is not what we stood for.
Honestly, this isn't that bad of a news Dormu, right? Just because it brings back an 8/8. But getting additional Cartoot Defenders is pretty good for the Zoth. They probably have their N'Zoth in hand at this point, right? So being able to protect the N'Zoth from, or prevent the N'Zoth from being played seems good. Alright, time for our N'Zoth here, and that corrupts this, and gets a lot of Cartoot Defenders. Why are they playing Polkeld in their shuffle deck? Because they want to draw like exactly one. I did the same thing when I was doing Rafam Warlock. If you want to draw one specific card, you can Polkeld and then draw it and then reshuffle your deck.
I grow impatient.
It's not that unreasonable. I don't think that's gonna do enough here. I don't think Nozdormu is good in this deck. Mage Highlander good and wild? Yeah. The Pocket Galaxy version seems pretty good. There are a lot of different ways that you can build it, but generally is a pretty good deck.
Uther versus Valera.
Stay in the shadow.
Against Rogue, we just want some early game, and I feel like battle cries are kind of important for Rogue. I don't want the N'Zoth, though. Okay, Call to Arms saves me. This is a really good hand.
Light dims, but we fight.
Especially if I can find a weapon or, well, the Sword of the Fallen at least. Any Finder? Wendell, okay.
Repent.
I feel like this is gonna do a lot more harm to the opponent than us right now. Aha! Murger is a fine draw for this scenario. We can use the Cartoot Defender to corrupt the Carousel Griffin, so I just want to find something for turn 5. Aha! Well, there's my turn 5.
Job done.
feel like I have the hand that supports a an early Nozdormu.
Blood and plunder.
And it appears as though the opponent does not have a great hand, so might as well use that to my advantage. Possible we get burned by like secret passage, but again, I've got good cards to follow this up with. Hey, Tulio. I have no control over where the extension pops up.
I get
Nozdormu is bad in this deck. Twitch chat 2021. Ugh.
Uther versus Uther.
Alright, this is definitely the mirror match.
I will fight with honor.
And I don't think I want to keep the galloping when I have the sword in hand. Just found a pirate priest on bronze 5 and lost. Am I that bad? No, it's actually, especially with Rally now, it's not that bad of a deck. Have I played it? Pirate priest since Rally came back? Or since Rally existed? I definitely have a pirate priest on the YouTubes.
The light dims, but we fight.
I'm kind of tempted to get the Web Lord down before the sword, because this does look like hand buff, right?
The fires of vengeance burn bright.
You shall not pass.
Okay, yeah, let's get the Web Lord down.
repent.
It doesn't look like hand buff anymore, though. Does Pirate Priest actually do something besides be a meme? Yeah, it plays pirates and priest. Lost a Murloc Mage with Tiny Fin on 1. I mean, there was a time when Murloc Mage was a like meta deck in Standard. So it's not that unreasonable. Call to Arms on 3 is just always going to be the play. Yeah, exactly. Murloc Mage was just allowed to be a thing because Alunith was so powerful. Uh-oh. Do I just... I don't know. Let's hit here first and figure it out. Opponent has a face.
I challenge you to Makara.
Oh, that came off of... Oh my god. I panicked for a moment. I was like, what is that doing in their deck? And then realized it wasn't in their deck.
For justice. Reporting for duty.
I want to use the weapon charges into the Hammer of the Naru anyway, so seems alright. Wait, no, oh, okay. Never mind. They didn't get the heal off of that.
Reporting for duty.
Should probably take that off the board. It's kind of spooky, right?
Justice.
I could have copied it with the Tal'Daram, but I wanted to get the weapon down this turn. I think I might just copy the McGurgle with the Tal'Daram. Eat of Hate. Thank you for the 6 months. Murgle to you as well.
This is not what we stood for.
I think I will copy that with the Tal'Daram instead. That seems pretty good for my deck, which is why I'm running it in my deck.
Tremble before Tal'Daram, mortals.
That's a really, really the worst time I could have drawn that now is Dormu. Again.
Tremble before Tal'Daram,
This is not what we stood for.
I guess that's what I get for not like breaking those sooner, but I wanted to go face this whole time. And I still want to go face. I'm gonna keep going face. My N'Zoth isn't great because I don't have a lot of oh, it's Reno. I don't have a lot of Cartoon defenders. Is Reno or like is Zeph even that good here? Like it's just Twist, right? That seems okay.
for justice.
F you for free. Glad I don't have to pay, at least. Thank you for the sub. All right. So I've had double Dragon Tamer, McGurgle, and double. No, only the one Aelin. I feel like I just jammed this, right? We're so close to closing this out. I just want to make a big board. The other option was the N'Zoth, which we had a dragon. Maybe that was better. Dragon, elemental, Murloc. No beast yet.
Life and hope are
This should get us the beast though, and the opponent's looking kind of dead. Yeah, I think maybe this is better. Just because it gave us larger stats that could have potentially pushed through for lethal even with a Reno.
Uther versus Rokara!
I want to be a warrior.
I will fight with honor.
I want to find early game into potentially pirates. A Weblord is okay because some pirates are Battlecry minions, or many pirates are. Roffle, do you want to be a warrior? I'm fine with being a paladin right now. I'll leave the warrioring to Rokara. She's got that under control, it would seem. Turn 1 conviction. Doesn't get any better than that. Looks like it might not be pirates. Alright. They have the coin, but... apparently they're not going to bother testing. Buff it? I wouldn't call that a buff.
In time, all fools are possible.
Conviction next turn if I want it. I can go weapon conviction or weapon minion conviction if they make trades. Are they gonna have no? Do they have Bladestorm here?
I'll show you who's boss.
Probably need to take that skipper off the board, even if it means giving up 8. Looks like Arena or N'Zoth Deadman's.
For justice.
Which means I want to hold on the. I want to hold on the conviction. It doesn't net me any damage here. Got lethal presented next turn. Illegal trade. Well, the choice was, do I give up 8 damage or in exchange for my entire board? Like, we could do the trade offer meme if you'd like.
I'll show you
I will give you 8 damage. You give me your entire Hearthstone board.
For justice.
I think I can hold out for value. Like, about half of my deck will corrupt the Carousel Griffin, right? And the opponent's drawing me cards, sure. Ooh, don't kill this guy. I want that in my N'Zoth pool. Bummer. Wait, how did I not draw something that corrupts this? How about now? Nope. Sure seems like I'm bad at Hearthstone.
Reporting for duty.
but we fight.
For justice.
I'm gonna greet it and steal one of their big minions, which means I probably have to part ways with this, right? And then watch me draw something that would corrupt it next turn.
I spy with my wolfish eye.
Yeah. Backstab your own minion. Is Kingsbane Rogue still playable or is it bad? It's not bad by any means, but it's not nearly as strong as it was with Nitro Boost. Opponent is doing a good job of drawing cards. Excuse me?
Reporting for duty.
None of these cards are playable right now. Really need the opponent to cold light us again. What a great time to draw that. Great, great value. I mean, honestly, anything is better than pulling a single Righteous Protector, right?
Tremble before Taldaron,
Give me that juicy armor.
reporting for duty.
This is not what we stood for.
Should have waited one more turn for the, Oh, hey! Cards! Finally! Not good ones. Alright. Now, I'm no expert, but I do have 2 N'Zoths. My concern is that that is actually less than infinite N'Zoths. But I'm gonna have to double check on my math.
This is not what we stood for.
For justice.
Alright. Next turn we can probably play the hammer. Hold on. The Talon with Deadman's End and Zoth is actually pretty sweet, isn't it?
To battle. Reporting for duty.
Rotten to the core.
I don't think I can win as a result of like that specific interaction.
Made to fit.
Gonna craft a deck for it. I think I probably have all the cards, so there wouldn't be much crafting involved. But yeah, I'll probably play something similar eventually. Oh my god, we're so good at throwing that. Yeah, that's GG. I need like the world's greatest Murlocs, and even that's not gonna save me. I don't think that I have enough pressure for players to make it work. It's kind of cute. I hope maybe some more new death rattles come for Warrior. How do we have Prime? It's in our deck.
Uther versus Valera.
Rogue should be a fine matchup
Stay
for
in
us.
the shadows.
I will fight with honor.
Just go Righteous Protector into Call to Arms.
The light dims.
Try and find something for turn 2. I've got a lot of 2-drops. It's fine. I do not mind that use of the coin. I do mind drawing that Nazoth right now.
Reporting for duty.
Repent.
That's not going to be relevant for a while. Prep Swindle. Could be Mill Rogue. I don't think that's worth right now. When I can get a Nozdormu off of this and use that for burst. It looks like it might be Mill. Oh. Okay. I got a really slow start if this is Quest Rogue. Also, they're running that card.
To battle.
The Weblord actually seems like it would be pretty good into Mill Rogue. I think I'd probably just like throw out the Conviction since I didn't hit the Dragon Tamer. There's no point in waiting on the Nas. And I definitely want that dead without much consequence. Yeah. Just don't lose the... Oh no, there's no way I could whiff on this, right? I think I want my damage upstairs, including the weapon, just to... Like, this trade's always going to happen. I don't want them to have multiple attacks with the Haunted Creeper. Playing around Oh My Yogg. Wow. It's just like a Death Rattle Quest Rogue. And we got to protect our board, so we're set. Opponent's dead. Somehow we managed to beat this ever-oppressive Quest Rogue. Can't believe how correct everyone was when they freaked out about this coming back.
Uther versus
Alright, we found ourselves a priest.
You give me strength.
I will fight with honor.
I don't know that I want to give priest mana, but I do want to get to Call to Arms. So I'm just going to coin out the Call to Arms. You craft disenchant cards in order to get to your decks, or do you just pre-purchase expansion after expansion? I think the first time I ever pre-ordered was Descent of Dragons. I was completely free to play up until that point. So most of my cards come from crafting.
A mistake.
Grind Arena at the start? Yeah, before I streamed, I played a lot of Arena, but like, there was still a couple years of streaming where I was free to play. Fans gifted you bundles though, right? No, that was my first pre-order, was somebody gifting it to me. Right on time, right as we were about to play the Dragon Tamer. It's alright. This is kind of going to get stuck in hand anyway, because I don't really want to give Priest mana. Dormu, why? Why do you always troll me? I need to hope this is Reno Priest. Hey, Grosser. Spent $1 on a pack early. No, I actually spent money in closed beta. Then I like went to my Blizzard account, saw how much I was starting to spend, and realized, oh, I need to stop doing this. So I just found a way to enjoy the game without spending money. I might be getting baited by the Conviction right now, but like, it's real good. Is Nas tech for Celestial Druid? Yeah, so far it's done a great job of making me lose every single game against Celestial Druid except for one. Nozdormu just gets you obliterated by Celestial Druid no matter when you play it. The way to see how much you spent? There used to be. I don't know. It's in your Battle.net account somewhere. I think the last thing that I purchased that I can remember with my own money was Naxxramas. Alright, this is the payoff here. I don't think I want to hero power here, do I? It's fine.
Reporting for duty. Job's done.
Hit your own face? Oh. Oh my god, I can't believe they just ripped the 10 pod into Omayog. What? At least they didn't get Doom. I don't know that Doom would have been that great for them either. I really wish it had gone face, though.
show no mercy.
I will fight with honor.
Feel like Weblord is pretty good in a warrior most of the time. Most warriors. It's a good hand if it's pirates.
Fight on, friend.
Well met.
Well met.
But we will fight.
Uh-oh. That's a great draw because I didn't have a great way to deal with that. So, cool.
For justice.
I think I'd rather pull the Galloping here. Perfect. Because, like, they have the coin still, so the Oh My Yog isn't great.
This will break you.
Did opponent forget Baku? I don't think I want to swing here because they have the coin in hand. Seems like a waste of a of an Oh My Yog. They're mousing over the coin, so they're aware of Oh My Yog as a possibility. I don't think I want to hero power into Brawl. I will attack next turn no matter what, though. The Real Butt Pirate. Thank you for the 12 months. Come visit me and I'll take you out to dinner for our 1-year anniversary. Well, I'm gonna need some proof of vaccination first. Thank you for that support, though. It looks like another Dead Man's Hand is off. So I need to be aggressive. BE aggressive. To the best of my ability. If only they had played Cold Light Oracle first. Alright, second Conviction? Same thing. Brawl. Suppose I could have gotten the Oh My Yog down. Captain Justice, thank you for the 200 bits.
For justice.
Speaking of justice. We already saw the Brawl now. I don't want to play this. I can get better value off of their stuff, right? And I've still got lethal set up. Been nice not having to wear a mask now that I'm vaccinated. I mean, I've still been continuing to wear mine just because, like, a mask isn't for me, the person wearing it. It's for those around me. And if it can ease people's anxiety a bit about it, I'd rather just wear the mask so that other people are more comfortable. No! I wanted that. vaccinated does not equal immune. Yeah, I mean, that's another fair point, but it certainly is better than unvaccinated in terms of being protected from a virus.
Beg for mercy.
In time, all things are possible.
Reporting for duty.
It's like the people like around you don't know whether or not you're vaccinated, so unless you have like a badge on that says I'm vaccinated, so I don't know. I would feel like people would maybe be uncomfortable if they haven't had a chance to finish their
Move quickly.
vaccination rounds yet. I really thought I was at 10 mana and I was going to be able to play the hammer there.
They will never catch me.
Cool. Should be able to push through for lethal here. Be Life, thank you for the 5 months. Is it true that the people taking the vaccinations are guinea pigs? No, Jin has absolutely nothing to do with it. You're thinking of microchips. Like injecting alcohol into your bloodstream doesn't actually clean your veins. Same thing with bleach, but like apparently that had to be a thing that people explained as well.
Uther versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
I will fight with honor.
Vodka does know. Gin is actually the superior alcohol for cleaning things because it smells exactly like pine sol and tastes exactly like pine sol too. Yeah, let's not get like really bad takes. I will not hesitate to remove people spreading misinformation. It's like some sort of
I will crush your delusions of grandeur.
spell damage spell mage. Alright. Font of Power was active, and unfortunately I don't think they're going to have a lot of battle cries for this, but what are you going to do? Why play Solarian there? I feel like you just play Solarian at the first chance you get. Why wouldn't they?
Job's done.
Messes with the Pexus Blast. Maybe they're not running a Pexus Blast. And also, does the upside of having a Solarian Prime in your deck not outweigh the upside of a Pexus Blast? Who can say? Hey, Riker. I mean, we'll go ahead and kill it for him. But mostly just so that I can get my Niz Dormu before I draw it like I have been.
In time, all things are possible.
It's possible that their Apexis Blast is worse now, but we don't we don't know what their deck is just yet. I see you later, Corbeck. Thanks for hanging out.
I'm ready. I'm not ready.
Ogre. Hey, that's weird.
Activations, you need to chill out.
They misspelled ogre, chat.
The light dims, but we fight.
Reporting for duty.
I just want to shove double conviction next turn once I'm able to attack again. What? My board.
Job done.
Leave my minions alone. Hey, congrats, Castian. Cool. Okay, we should have targets for our convictions now.
Time runs out on me.
Roffle, can you play with the laser? No, I don't have the proper certification, so I don't want to run the risk of getting caught. No! I just want the opponent to die. Oh my god, this is a nightmare.
Reporting for duty.
Tremble before Tal'Dorei.
I just want to make a cute little N'Zoth. Why you do this? Okay. This makes the N'Zoth in hand a lot better. Because I wasn't going to be able to get through the mirror with the N'Zoth alone. You're welcome, Kimmy. Haha, no Apexis Blast value. Chat, we got him. I think they are forced. They are obligated to concede now, right? Wait, how did I get a third? Oh, from the other Nozdormu or N'Zoth. Why? Okay, that's a good draw at least.
For justice. Reporting for duty.
Oh, my Yaga's secret lethal? Yeah, it's happening. Two mana. What is it gonna? Oh no! No! Oh, okay. Oof. Wait, no, they still get some healing. Wow, they really punted on those Apexis Blast, didn't they? She just dead though. Ray of Frost? No healing? I mean, they would have gotten healing if they had played it on this. It just wouldn't have been enough.
For justice.
In Flash of Light, 2 mana heal or draw be played instead of Horse Secret. It can be. It just misunderstands what the deck is doing and like it makes it much worse. I wouldn't recommend it at all, for a variety of reasons.
Uther versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
I will fight with honor.
Keep the galloping. Against Mage in particular, it's pretty good on turn 1. They tend to play a lot of cards at once. I would prefer this to be a Righteous Protector now, but that's alright. I'm sorry, what? Really, really just incredibly good at drawing the N'Zoth before the double red scale. Hey, Roffle, do you think N'Zoth would have been better if the minions got Rush? Yes. Cards are better when you make them better. I mean, we're drawing 3 cards from a deck anyway. I shouldn't complain too much.
You want to cast a spell? I want to cast a spell.
This is the OTK mage? Is it? Like, why is it running Babbling Book then? Rush instead of 9 mana from 10? Yep. I mean, in that case, still probably, yeah. I'm just going to use the Hand of Adals here. I don't know that I want to give the opponent mana. Just hit that every... Oh, never mind. Wow, those are the perfect hits. Are you... What?
Oh, it says explode.
Oh my god. At least one good thing came about this. And at least we have a backup demon now.
In time, all things are possible.
Rip Nazoth? No, we've got... This will be good off of the Nazoth because we didn't have a demon other than the imp. Unfortunately, the elemental's kind of bad. I want to use these when I can actually get attack damage off of them. Right now, they don't really do anything. Also, I don't know if this is going to even make it to Nazoth. We might just kill them before we get there. Doesn't Homunculus start dormant? Yes, but, like, again, having a demon is better than not having a demon, right? Because we have an open... Like, even if we hit the maximum number of minion types in our deck, we have an open board slot.
Now is the time.
That corrupts this, and we've got a decent follow-up now.
Oh, it says explode.
Wow, those were the perfect hits, weren't they? I think with that, I just want to get the Nazoth down into Omayog. Because this should be able to seal the game.
My magic will tear
Not a great
you
top deck.
apart.
Horse is a beast? Yep. That's why it's in the deck.
My magic will tear you apart.
Well met.
Opponent is throwing a tantrum.
What to do? What to do? Time runs out on me.
Still got the perfect hits. Well met! Ugh. I only need to use my hero power one more time. Been doing pretty well against rogues.
Watch your back.
I will
I mean,
fight
I feel like anytime we draw call to arms, it's a good thing. I'm gonna keep the call, but probably not the Omayog. Kingsbane, the Righteous Protector, is just like a really good card. I don't know if I want it on one though. I think it gets better. I could draw into Hand of Adal.
We fight.
Okay. Feel like that's definitely going to proc my Galloping Savior. I think I just want the damage now. With the Divine Shield, it's pretty good. I don't want to wait until turn 5. And I definitely want to get the Secret down this turn to get a 3-4 in the next few turns at least.
reporting for duty.
I just need to close the game out as quickly as possible.
Love the feel of wind in me sails. Love the feel of wind in me sails.
Jeez. Well, I need to do some trading to... oof. I don't wanted that. This always goes face, but I think I treat these as 5/5s, right?
To battle.
I don't care about that because of the fact that I have the narrow bar.
Wait for me! Wait for me! Wait for me!
Like even with the coin into prep, they can't complete the quest this turn. That's a draw. I got to take him off the board though, right? We're a little bit short, but this buys us time to get there. Banish? They're not running Banish in
Oh, up to no good.
this deck anymore.
Me too.
Just hit the Conviction. And we'll be fine. I'm not making any more trades here. I think I want to protect the... Oh, that works too. Banish is too slow for Quest Rogue right now, though. But then again, Quest Rogue just like isn't really a good deck. All right, I'm getting hungry. I think I'm gonna call it there and have some food. I will, however, be back tomorrow. Streams, like I said, will probably be a little bit shorter moving forward until the mini set comes out, just because of the, I don't know, it's kind of an in-between area, and I expect that to be coming out pretty soon. Stick around though. I'm going to send you over to our good friend Martian, who is playing Reno Roulette. So you'll not be left without some great wild content to watch. Catch highlights over on YouTube as always, and I'll see you tomorrow.